You know, every relationship has its own language, but the words we use when it all falls apart, well, from the bitter fights to the cold, hard legal terms, that language tells a story all its own. Today, we're going to follow one couple's journey through the vocabulary of a breakup, from pure acrimony to a totally unexpected moment of truth.
Oof, okay. So we meet Joanne and Jeff, and you can just feel the tension in the room. Jeff kicks things off with this line, trying to set some kind of ground rule. But did you catch that one word? Acrimonious? What does that tell us right off the bat? It's a huge clue that things are already pretty nasty.
So, let's unpack that. What exactly does Jeff mean when he says acrimonious? Let's dive into the emotional state of a breakup like this.
Yeah, this word is absolutely key. Acrimonious isn't just about being sad that it's over. No, this goes way beyond that. It means there's real hostility, anger, and deep-seated bitterness. For Joanne and Jeff, this isn't just a relationship ending. It's a conflict beginning.
And yet, here's their goal. What they say they want. Joanne says they need a clean break. This is what they're aiming for, but it seems like it's the total opposite of how they're actually feeling.
And here, you can see that conflict laid out perfectly. On one side, you have their reality, angry, bitter, so complicated. And on the other side is their ideal, a clean break, no more contact, just done. They are completely stuck between these two worlds.
So from that emotional battlefield, we're going to shift gears to the practical one, the legal vocabulary of divorce. This is where every single word carries some serious weight.
There it is. A phrase of regret we've all heard a million times in movies and TV shows, right? Joanne kind of mutters these, and it brings us to our first major legal term. So what exactly is she talking about?
A prenup is basically a financial roadmap for a divorce that you draw up before you even get married. It's a legal contract that says exactly how everything, the money, the house, you name it, will be divided if things go south. It's all about financial protection.
But the money talk doesn't just stop with things you signed before the wedding. Next, Joanne brings up a word that's all about the finances after the divorce is final: alimony.
Right, so alimony is ongoing financial support. It's not like just splitting up the furniture one time. This is often a series of payments from one ex-spouse to the other, usually to help them maintain their standard of living.
And then the conversation shifts again, moving from finances to, well, to family. In this case, their furry family. They've landed on a custody agreement, a term we usually think of when it comes to kids.
And this is a really interesting point, because custody isn't just about children. It's the legal right to care for anyone or anything that you shared together. For Joanne and Jeff, deciding who gets the pets is a very real part of their legal agreement.
Okay, now we're moving from the more black and white legal agreements into much murkier water, dividing up shared possessions. This is where things can get really, really personal.
And here we go. The conflict just ignites over an antique gramophone. You can tell, for Joanne, this isn't just some object. It's a direct link to her grandfather, a piece of her history. It's personal.
Jeff is clearly getting frustrated here. He decides to give in, but not without getting something in return. And in his response, he uses our next vocabulary word, concede.
To concede a point is to basically throw your hands up and say, fine, you can have this one. But notice what Jeff does. He reluctantly gives up the gramophone, but he's using it as a bargaining chip to get the tea said. It's a classic negotiation tactic. But right as the tension over all their stuff is about to boil over, something totally unexpected happens. The fighting just stops, and it's paused by an object that can't be divided, a shared memory.
And it all starts with such a simple question. While they're sorting through everything, they find this box of old photos, and it just completely changes the energy in the room.
And just like that, the bitterness just melts away. It's replaced by this shared, genuinely happy memory. Suddenly, they're not fighting over the past anymore. They're actually cherishing it together.
This little bit of warmth opens the door for some real vulnerability from Jeff. He finally admits how bad things have been, using a very common and really descriptive phrase.
Yeah, when something is on the rocks, it is in serious trouble and probably not going to make it. Think about a ship crashing into rocks. It's not going anywhere good. It perfectly captures the feeling of a relationship that's been struggling for a long, long time.
And wow, Jeff's honesty is met with Joanne's.
In this one moment, it almost seems like the good memories have finally won out over all the acrimony. It feels like a breakthrough, maybe even a reconciliation.
But just when you think love has conquered all, reality comes crashing back in. The romantic moment is completely shattered by a practical disagreement. It's pretty funny, but also painfully real. It's a reminder that even after you say, "I love you," someone still has to get the motorcycle.
And that's what we're left with, isn't it? This final, huge question. Joanne and Jeff's story shows that our feelings and all the logistical stuff are two completely different battlegrounds. It makes you wonder, even if the love is somehow still there, is it ever enough to overcome all the endless practical details of splitting up a life? What do you think?